forgot that it was me this week.
I was going to say, speak the hell up, Rose.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. As you can see, I am, like, totally killing it. Like, yeah, come on.
That's one word for it.
Oh, come on. That was amazing. Oh, shit. All right. What's up, bros? I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Caleb.
And we're a couple of bros on a mission to give you guys the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros. This week on the podcast, we got one item with 4K Spotlight, a movie that I was surprised that I enjoyed as much as I did, considering that I did not like the first one whatsoever. But we'll get into that. And then we got nothing for Through the Wall. So after that, we'll be jumping into our headliner, which will be our breakdown of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. So, Caleb, what do you say we get started?
I say, let's do it.
Need motivation? Angry Dad Podcast. Trying to jumpstart your life? Angry Dad Podcast. You want help getting off the couch? Angry Dad Podcast. You need a verbal kick in the ass? Angry Dad Podcast. You want to hear from somebody who's been through it all? Angry Dad Podcast. I am here for you. You can find me on all podcast platforms.
All right, so jumping into 4K Spotlight, we got one movie coming out this week, and that would be Avatar, The Way of Water. Like I said, I enjoyed this one way more than I did the first one. I was not a fan of the first one whatsoever, honestly. Okay, that's maybe being a little too harsh. Like, don't get me wrong, the graphics were incredible, everything like that, but I just didn't give a shit really about the characters. I do not like the character of Jake Sully. Like, you have no idea how glad I am that his kids are more so the focus in this movie than he is. Because I actually enjoy his kids. His kids are actually good characters. But yeah, so anyway, with this, so I'm going to actually start off with something different. So first off, the first Avatar is coming to 4K on the same day. It's not getting a steelbook or anything. It's just getting a regular 4K release. But I have to admit, this is some pretty cool artwork.
That is some pretty bitchin' artwork. Like, okay, say what you will about the Avatar movies. Visuals, they kill it with visuals. Like, there's no arguing that. Yeah, I mean, even me, who's a freaking Avatar hater, like, I can't argue that the Avatar visuals are amazing. It's a movie that's absolute shit.
I don't know. You might like The Way of Water. You might, man.
Dude, I'm so freaking bitter at James Cameron for what he did.
Dude, I am too. Dude, I am too. But like I kind of hated that I enjoyed Avatar 2 as much as I did. But at the same time, I'm like, it's a really damn good sequel, and I enjoyed it way more than the first one.
That's the worst. I freaking hate when that
happens. It is.
I
know, right? It's like you want to hate something, but you're just like, I can't because it's actually good.
Dude, that's how I feel with freaking Scorsese. Like all his like Marvel hating stuff. Like, I've watched a movie before and like not even realize that it was his. But I forget what movie it was. But I was watching. I'm like, damn, that was like a really good movie. And then it showed Martin Scorsese, and I'm like, damn it.
Son of a bitch!
I hate when that happens, dude.
Dude, I get it. Dude, I get it. But yeah, so that's just that's the Avatar 4K release that's coming out. The only thing that I don't like about this is it's a white slipcover, and I don't love white slipcovers because they get dirty so damn fast. But it is pretty damn cool. Will I pick it up? I don't know. We'll see. I plan on picking up the second one on 4K. I don't know about the sequel. Sorry. I don't know about the first one. But anyway, starting off with Avatar The Way of Water. First up, we got the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, which, shocking to, I'm sure, a lot of people out there, I will not be picking up the Steelbook because I actually like the 4K art better.
I'll give you that. This is kind of not good.
Right? You know, this proves how much I do not like his character. Biggest reason why I won't be picking this up is Jake Soul is front and center. I hate his character. I don't know what it is. I hate his character. So that's the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. Next up, we got just the regular Blu-ray, this was just the theatrical release poster. It's the whole floating. So someone pointed this out, and I want your opinion. How do you feel about the whole floating head poster thing?
Honestly, it depends on the movie.
That's fair. Okay, so let's compare this to how the Super Mario Bros. Movie did it, because they also did a floating head poster. Thoughts? Which is better?
I am going to say Mario. And it's because it's kind of like because they build a shape where like it's kind of like a diamond with their characters.
That's a good point.
Yeah, where they have Bowser at the top, and then it's like Peach, then Mario, Luigi, and they kind of like work themselves down to smaller and smaller characters.
Actually, flip-flop that. Sorry, it goes Bowser, then Mario, Luigi, then Peach.
Okay, sure. Whatever the case may be, it's like it's
come
diamond.
On, man.
It's diamond shaped.
Yeah.
I like that because Avengers Endgame did that with their poster.
Didn't Infinity War do that too?
I'm pretty sure Infinity War did too. But I mean that. Oh, man, this is an episode all on its own talking about freaking covers and posters, dude. But yeah, like I like when it's building a shape where, unlike this, everyone's kind of like just. I mean, it kind of gives it away. Like, if you look at the cover, like, it has the major thing of it being a circle. And I don't like it as much. The floating head thing, I think, is just overdone in general. But I think they needed to do something, like, specifically for the cover art on this. That wasn't... This looked like it was just screenshots taken from the movie. And just kind of like blended together.
Fair enough.
Like it doesn't show any sort of like considerable effort. Where a lot of like the John Wick ones, though, like from last week, those looked like they had like considerable effort put into them.
Dude, speaking of John Wick, apparently, so Lionsgate decided to pull a fast one, and they actually, or maybe it was just Best Buy. I don't know the full story, but someone released John Wick Chapter 4. Instead of releasing it on Tuesday, they released it on Saturday. So, literally when a lot of people went to go get the Best Buy Steelbook on Tuesday, it was already sold out. Couldn't find it anywhere. I know, right? That's some bullshit. Like, come on. At least let people know. I don't know if that was the case with every store. It might have been, because when I went out into the stores on Tuesday, they had the Blu-ray exclusive of John Wick at Walmart, but they didn't have the 4K, which actually, we didn't point this out, and I didn't even notice. They weren't actually slipcovers. Those were also steelbooks.
Really?
So, yeah. So that made them even freaking cooler. I didn't buy it because, if I ever do decide to get the John Wick movies, I want them in a whole damn collection.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was kind of bullshit with Lionsgate. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, that sucks.
Next up, exclusive-wise, it's the exact same Blu-ray cover, but now it's a Walmart exclusive that is the 4K version of it.
Dude, how lazy.
But it's lenticular. You gotta remember that. It's lenticular.
What's lenticular mean?
It's like 3D effect.
Who cares?
I do. I freaking love lenticular slipcovers. I don't care about this one.
Oh, the slipcover
yeah,
I thought you meant like the cover was.
Oh no, the slipcover, like the this,
slipcover,
like the front.
I'll give you that. Those 3D covers are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude, but how freaking lazy can you get? All you did was change the bottom picture. Like, instead of it being like
true.
a full like water dragon, whatever the hell those things are.
So it's
like
I think that's one of Jake's sons flying on whatever the hell that thing is.
Yeah, so basically the water dragonfly.
The water dragonfly.
Yeah, and then this bullshit. It's the same background picture, just different whatever the hell that like water creature that is. Dude, that's such bullshit. I hate that.
Oh, man. So Caleb will not be picking up this version.
No, you're lucky if you even watched the movie.
Okay, speaking of, no offense, man, but you are not that great at adding digital codes to your collection.
I know. I haven't done it in a hot minute. I need to get on it.
No offense. I love you to death, man. But, like, sometimes I'm, like, too lazy to, like, open up a Blu-ray and put it in. So I'm like, oh, like, I know I gave Caleb the voodoo code for it. So let me just watch it there. It's not even on there. I gave it to him months ago.
I know. I'm gonna, once I get done editing and everything tomorrow, I'll go in and, like, just pound through them.
You don't have to. I'm just giving you shit, man. Honestly, it benefits you more than it does me, of course.
Fair.
But after this, I already showed that. We got the Blu-ray 3D version of Avatar: The Way of Water.
Better.
Yes, I don't plan on picking up this version because Jake Sully is front and center, and I don't give a shit about him.
Is this artwork or is that picture?
What do you mean?
Is that a picture of him or is that like art?
I think that's a picture of him.
Okay, that's lame.
I mean, it could be art. That's lame.
Yeah, if it was artwork, like I think that would be a lot better. Like it looks cool. Like, especially for, like, the 3D, kind of offering that 3D effect, like, making it look like it's coming out of the thing. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
But, meh.
Alright, fair enough. I think the one that I want is next. Yes. I actually really like this cover art. I don't know why. I mean, it's probably because, Jake Sully is nowhere to be found on the
that
cover.
One's dumb, too. I got it.
Really? I actually really like this one. I like that it's his two sons and then the love interest for one of his sons. It's really sad that I don't know these names, but whatever. So I don't know if I'm going to pick it up on release day, but when I do inevitably pick up Avatar: The Way of Water, I definitely want to pick up this version.
Fair enough.
Because even though Caleb thinks it's stupid, I like it. I will admit
stupid.
it is very.
It's plain.
I've just never. No, and that's fair. I've just never seen a movie release being like, "Oh, we're gonna make like the whole slipcover blue," but then like have a little screenshot. I don't know why I'm using my fingers so close to the camera. We're gonna have the whole background blue, but then right in the middle, we're gonna have a screenshot from the movie. It kind of looks out of place, right?
It looks very much out of place.
But I guess, James Cameron's gonna James Cameron, so.
Dude, for real. For frickin' real.
But yeah, so that is it for 4K Spotlight. If you guys are planning on picking up Avatar: The Way of Water, that's what you got. So, yeah.
Cool. Like, you're heading this one up, dude.
Sorry, man. Jesus. God, I suck. Well, Caleb, what do you say we move on to our headliner of the evening?
Let's do it.
All right, so before we get into our headliner, which is our breakdown of Transformers Rise of the Beasts, we asked a question of the week on our social media, and I believe that we got some answers. Caleb,
Yeah, we got a few answers.
Hmm.
All right. So for those of you that don't know, on social media, mainly TikTok and Instagram, and occasionally YouTube, we post a question of the week, and that is related to this movie in some way, shape, or form. And so this week, the question that we asked in regards to Transformers Rise of the Beasts, we asked, what animal would you like to see a Transformers version of? And we got a few responses. So Rose and I are going to pick our top 5 and read those. And we have a significant amount of these to pick from.
Yes, we do.
On TikTok alone, we have 594 answers.
God damn.
Yeah, no shit. We got more comments than we did freaking likes on that, and that's like unheard of for us.
617 comments. God damn.
Shit. So yeah, and then we did get one over on Instagram that I'm got in my top 10. So
I just like finally found my number 1, and I'm just like, yes.
All right. So let's start off with our number 5s.
Okay. Do you want me to start?
Sure.
Just because it's like simple, but like I'd be very interested to see it. A turtle. And that was submitted because someone said a tortoise, and then someone else said a turtle, but I'm just going to go with a turtle. And the turtle was put in by insider_826.
Dude, that'd actually be pretty badass, especially like once he transformed, like if the shell comes off and he uses it as a shield.
Oh, dude.
That'd be bitchin'.
Man. Don't give Hasbro any ideas for their next Transformers line.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, my number 5 is from a Travis Smith on Instagram. He's Trungo23. He said, I'd like another Dinobot based on a Spinosaurus.
Ooh, yeah. That'd be super cool.
That'd be badass. That'd be super badass, dude. Yeah, I freaking love that idea. Like, especially, like, I always try to imagine, like, what this would look like if they were Transformers, but what I would imagine is, like, when the Spinosaurus transforms, is that the tail turns into, like, a flail.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's good.
I think that'd be bitchin'.
That really would be.
Alright, what's your next one?
Number 4 for me, coming from, I'm going to butcher your name, I'm sorry, Ismail Ajata 15, and they said, I want a Velociraptor.
That'd be pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Alright, my number 4, and this one's just because it made me kind of laugh at the thought of it, is from Blue Cat Ninja Clan, who said platypus.
Yes.
And
but
the
please
reason
tell me he gets a hat.
Dude, that would be freaking hilarious to see a Transformer. Like, the reason it made me laugh and the reason it got into my top 5 is because what I imagine is like a Phineas and Ferb situation with like Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Yes. Oh
my
god.
Like, Perry the transforming platypus.
Dude, you know that if Phineas and Ferb was still going and Disney had the rights to Transformers, yeah, that whole special would have already happened.
Oh, straight up, dude.
Like, they could have made that a whole damn movie, I feel, with how, innovative Phineas and Ferb are. So, like, when it comes to, like, a franchise, it would have made sense to just make Transformers and Phineas and Ferb like a freaking full-length movie. That could be the third Phineas and Ferb movie. There you go.
That'd be awesome. All right, what's your number 3?
Number 3, it's coming from God of the Dark Universe, a buffalo.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I like that one a lot. All right, mine's from Juice World 999, who said a snake.
Classic. I could definitely see it.
Like,
that'd be terrifying.
I know. Like, I imagine it being like a Decepticon, but like, I think that'd be badass, dude.
Yeah, dude, that really would.
Like, I think that looks so freaking scary. Like, just like a giant ass freaking snake.
Yeah, dude, that would be badass.
All right, what's your number 2?
Number 2 for me is coming from Lunar, and they said a Tasmanian devil.
That would be pretty good.
Right? That'd be super, super cool.
Ooh. I just had my number 2, but I just lost it.
Damn. Don't you hate that?
Yeah. Gosh, I mean, we've gotten a few repeats, like a platypus, a wolf, shark, tiger. All right, here's one. Or that I really liked. It wasn't the other one, but it's another good one. It's from Gamercrafter 2007, who said a hedgehog.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
Yeah. Like, I could imagine that being like an Autobot. And then like one that like has spikes on his back, and then like when he transforms into like when he does his hedgehog form, he like curls into a ball and just all the spikes like shoot out. Like,
Bro,
I think
that would look so cool. Yeah, dude, that would look so badass.
All right,
number 1 for... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're number 1.
Number 1 for me is coming from Quick Switch. This will just be such a cool-ass mashup. Buffalo version of Bone Crusher, but as a Maximal.
That would be pretty cool.
Dude, bring in Bone Crusher to anything and I'm in. I freaking hated that he died so fast in the first one. Like, don't get me wrong, the way that Optimus killed him was badass, but still, I freaking hated that he didn't get to be in the final battle. That freaking sucked. So, any way to bring back Bone Crusher, I'm in.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay, I found my number 1. It is from Lucius Portillo 310, who said a blue ring octopus.
It is very specific, and I love it.
Dude, I think the idea of an octopus transformer is the shit. Like, especially
Agreed.
like what you could do with that. Like, I would have it be like something like Nebula, like with her arm in Guardians 3.
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
Have it be something like that, but when they go to punch, like if someone comes and grabs their arm, like his arm like splits into how, like, it could split into 4 pieces, like each arm splits into 4, and then he can use those other arms to freaking bushwhack people. Like, I think that'd be the shit.
Dude, that'd be so sick.
And then his octopus form, he's just like a big ass freaking octopus, grabs people and just like flings them. Like, I think that'd be so cool.
Agreed.
Like,
yeah,
what
dude,
I
that would be
imagine,
badass.
what I imagine like happening like in a super cinematic moment is like he's in his transformer form and he like is like running across a building, like chasing down like a helicopter, and then he jumps off, transforms into an octopus, and then just like Kraken hugs the
Dude,
helicopter and like takes that shit down. Like,
yeah, that would be pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that'd be super
definitely
cool.
not one I ever would have thought of, but
no,
easily
dude,
my
me
favorite.
Neither. Yeah, dude. Honestly, let's face it. Some of the Transformers that these people came up with are so much better than the other ones that we've gotten throughout the franchise.
Dude,
because most of them suck.
They do suck.
I'm just gonna throw one out there. Mohawk and I already forgot the name. The Last Night. Freaking do not call Megatron M-Tron. He is Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. That's what he is. He ain't no M-Tron. You don't give freaking.
You show him some damn respect.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think that's both of our top fives, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you to everyone that answered our question of the week. We really appreciate it. And then big shout outs to those people that we just called out. Like, you guys had some freaking killer answers. And to anyone else who answered like what they answered, like, there's no way for us to go through damn near 600 comments just to find out what everyone said, because there, like I said, there were a lot of repeats.
Yeah,
lots and lots.
That's okay.
Repeats. Yeah,
that is okay.
So,
but thank you, everybody.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the main event. That is not what it is. Headliner, God damn it. Headliner of the evening, which our breakdown of Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Caleb, would you like to let people know how we break down movies on this podcast?
I would love to. So, if you are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final All Bros letter grade. The 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give it our own personal score at the very end. All of those numbers get magically added up and spit through our algorithm, and gives us a letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade, as well as a percentage that we use to compare this movie to others, like, within its grade system. The percentage doesn't really matter, but it is kind of fun to see where these rank, and it's fun to piss people off.
Very true.
Yeah. So, if you have not seen Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, I'm going to say this isn't really one that can get spoiled.
Fair. I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, like, I think everyone kind of has an idea of what Transformers is. It is not it's not a very big story. So,
yeah.
Like, spoiler alert. But anyway, if you're not seeing it and you want to avoid spoilers, you don't have to, but yeah. But we will be spoiling the entire freaking movie for you. With our favorite segment that we like to call Reading with Rose.
With 2 E's.
With 2 E's.
As Caleb always likes to point out. Oh, man.
Yeah, so without further ado, Rose, would you like to read the synopsis for everyone?
I would love to. So, the homeworld of the Maximals, an advanced race of Cybertronians with beast modes, comes under attack from the planet-eating dark god Unicron. His heralds, the Terrorcons, and an army of Predacons. So many freaking cons, like, goddamn. An army of Predacon scorpions led by, was it Scourge or Scourge? Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure it was Scourge.
It was Scourge. By Scourge, seek to obtain for their master the Maximal's greatest piece of technology, the Transwarp Key, which can open portals through space and time. The Maximal leader, Apolinx, sure, sacrifices himself to allow the other Maximals to escape the planet before Unicron devours it. Now under the command of Optimus Primal, Maximals use the key to flee to Earth. In 1994 Brooklyn, ex-military electronics expert Noah Diaz struggles to find a job to support his family and is convinced by his friend Reek to steal a Porsche 911 to sell, only to discover that the car is the Autobot Mirage in disguise. Concurrently, museum intern Elena Wallace studies an ancient statue of a falcon bearing the Maximal symbol and accidentally breaks it open to reveal half of the transwarp key hidden inside. The key releases an energy pulse that is detected by Optimus Prime, who summons the other Autobots. Mirage is contacted in the middle of Noah's attempted theft, and Noah is roped into the robot's mission to recover the key so they can use it to return to their homeworld, Cybertron. Drawn by the key's signature, the Terrorcons arrive on Earth, and Elena is caught up in the conflict when the villains attack the Autobots outside the museum. Scourge deactivates Bumblebee and steals the key half before the Maximal Eraser arrives and drives him off. Eraser explains to the Autobots that the Maximals have been hiding on Earth for thousands of years and split the transwarp key into two to keep it out of Unicron's hands. Despite the danger, Optimus Prime is insistent that the key be reassembled so the Autobots can use it to return home, while Noah secretly plots to destroy the key in order to keep his world safe. Elena's studies allow her to deduce that the other half of the key must be located in a hidden temple in Peru, and the group heads out aboard the Rattletrap cargo plane Autobot Stratosphere. In Peru, they meet up with locally stationed Autobot Wheeljack, who leads them to the temple, but it is soon discovered that the other half of the key is no longer there. The Terrorcons attack once again, and the battle ends with Scourge corrupting Eraser with Unicron's dark energy. Subsequently, the Autobots meet Optimus Primal and the other Maximals, who explain that they moved the second half of the key, entrusting it to a human tribe they have worked with over the millennia. Scourge's corruption overtakes Eraser, driving her mad, and Primal is forced to kill her to save Elena. In the chaos, Noah attempts to destroy the second half of the key, but is convinced not to by Optimus, only for it to instead be stolen by Scourge, who then reassembles the two halves atop a volcano, erecting a tower and opening a portal above Earth through which Unicron will soon arrive. Seeing where their self-serving motives have led them, Optimus Prime and Noah agree to work together to defeat the forces of evil. While the Autobots and Maximals battle the Terrorcons and Predacons, Noah and Elena sneak in close to the transwarp key, planning to deactivate it with an access code Elena has uncovered. In the battle, Mirage is gravely wounded by Scourge, but transforms his damaged body into a powered exosuit for Noah so they can fight together. Seriously, where the hell was that during other Transformers movies, but whatever.
Dude, no shit.
Like, when that freaking first happened, I'm like, bullshit! Like, where the hell was that when, like, Sam was the main character of this franchise? I'm sure he would have loved that shit when it came to some of the final fights that he was in.
Dude, no lie. No lie whatsoever.
The energy pulse released by the key activates a dormant energon deposit beneath the valley where Bumblebee was kept, which infuses his deactivated body with energon and restores him to life. His revival turned the tide of the battle. Optimus Prime kills Scourge, but not before the latter damages the control console to prevent it from being shut down. Willing to sacrifice himself, Prime destroys the key and collapses the portal, but Noah and Primal are able to save him from being sucked into the imploding vortex. In the aftermath of the conflict, the Autobots, now without means to return to Cybertron, proclaim Earth as their new home and vow to continue protecting it along with the Maximals. Elena receives recognition for discovering the temple in Peru, while Noah attends an interview for a security job, but finds he is actually being invited to join the secret government organization G.I. Joe.
That was so dumb.
In a mid-credit scene, Noah manages to repair repair Mirage using junk Porsche parts from Reek, who learns that the car is a transformer. That ending. Wow. Just...
It was a lot. It was a lot. Dude, this...
Yeah, we're trying to keep Transformers alive, but you know what? Let's try to bring another franchise back in. G.I. Joe, everybody. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, dude. This is just gonna start a freaking Mattel universe.
I mean, I don't know if that can happen considering there's already a Barbie movie, but it looks like Warner Brothers owns the rights to Barbie, so they can't have Barbie in it. That sucks.
Yeah.
Barbie is Mattel.
I'd like to know, or not Mattel, Hasbro.
Oh yeah, Hasbro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm freaking dumb.
Oh, dude,
But,
you're good.
yeah,
What
yeah,
else
yeah.
is Hasbro besides Transformers and G.I. Joe?
What else do they make?
Yeah, can you
That
think of
is a
anything else up here?
great question. I know Hasbro is like a bunch of different toys. Well, duh, but
It's like, no.
so okay, so they own Power Rangers. It looks like. Mr.
Oh yeah, they
Potato
do.
Head,
Yeah.
My Little Pony.
Well, that's what I want.
Did I say Power Rangers? Yeah, Power Rangers.
Yeah, you did.
They own the toy rights for a lot. Because they have Guardians of the Galaxy on here. Dude, if an MCU crossover with the freaking Transformers would be the bomb.
True. I'm sorry, I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
I don't either, but dude, how sick would that be?
That would be so sick. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, maybe these movies would actually be good. Got him.
Freaking. Let's see, Furbies.
Oh, dude, can we please get a Furby movie?
I want to see if they. Yep. They Thundercats fall under Hasbro.
No shit. That's funny, actually. I kind of love that.
Apparently I don't know if this is true. I mean, the Ninja Turtles are under the...
Interesting.
Like, Hasbro has Ninja Turtle toys. But I don't know if they're, like, part of... So if this is just starting, like, a Hasbro cinematic universe, like, the Power Rangers exist, the G.I. Joe exists, Transformers, the freaking Thundercats...
Ninja Turtles.
The Ninja Turtles. Dude, if they go this route and they're just like, fine, we're going all freaking cheesy, I'm 100% here for it. Now, the whole G.I. Joe reveal. I am only okay with that reveal. Like, I thought it was cool. I'm only okay with it if they reboot.
Okay.
If this is not a reboot, I don't like it. Because anything that they've done with the G.I. Joe universe has freaking not been good. Like, I won't say it's trash because, there is some, like, cool stuff about it. But in terms of it being trash. Like, no, it's not quite trash. It's trash for G.I. Joe.
Alright, fair. I wouldn't know because I never watched the show as a kid, never had any of the toys, so I could give two shits about G.I. Joe. So yeah, when that was like the ending of the movie, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, can we make a Transformers movie actually end like a Transformers movie and not set up another franchise? Like, come on.
This universe has the potential to be really freaking dope if they just go full cheese with it.
I guess we'll see how this movie performs.
Yeah. Like, you mean to tell me that if somewhere down the line it turned into like the Transformers team up with G.I. Joe, and then the next movie it sets up that the Power Rangers join the crew. Like, you wouldn't watch that.
I'd watch the one that the Power Rangers are in, so I would just skip the second one. Yeah, I'm gonna be that petty.
Fair. I mean, petty's got a petty, right?
Exactly.
Oh, shit. Anyway, so getting into this story, this, I will say, is one of the better Transformers movies that we've gotten recently.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I will say, like, in like the last 10 years, Bumblebee is still the best one.
Easily.
But I feel it's because Bumblebee is not only it's not only a good Transformers movie, it's a good movie in general.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. But I don't know, maybe it's just me because I don't really know a lot about the lore of Transformers. Like, I never watched the show as a kid, never saw the movie. So anything besides like the Autobots and the Decepticons fighting each other, I don't know, just doesn't interest me. So when you bring in all of these other characters, like like the bad guys that aren't Decepticons, I'm just like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't give a shit. Like, I only really just want to see Optimus and Megatron. That's all I really want to see. Like, not saying that they were bad, like decent villains, like definitely they're better than some of the other bad guys that we've gotten in the previous Transformers movies, because like I brought up earlier, freaking Mohawk and Transformers 5, like, as the movies progressed, the Decepticons literally just became a laughingstock. So honestly, I get why they're just like, you know what, since this is a oh my god, what is the freaking word when it's a movie that takes place before another movie?
Prequel,
thank you. Wow, I don't know why I couldn't remember that word. I'm sure when they were deciding how to bring Transformers back, they're just like, you know what, we're gonna do a prequel, and for how bad Michael Bay effed up the Decepticons in the fifth one, we're just gonna bring in an entirely different bad guy, or an entirely different villain when it comes to Transformers, and just a species of villain, I guess, with the Terracons. And for them, it worked, but I just missed the Decepticons a little bit.
Yeah, so I was looking up the origin of the Maximals,
Mm-hmm.
and so what the Maximals are just a line of Transformer toys that were made, called the
So they were never in the show?
Not from what I can see, no. They were just a change that Hasbro made to the Transformers line called Beast Wars.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so they had a bunch of different releases, and I mean they had like McDonald's toys and other stuff. Just like looking at it real quick, it doesn't look like it started around 96 was the first year that they did the line of Maximals.
Okay. Interesting.
And so so they had Maximals and then Predacons.
Oh, that's a cool name.
Yeah, so the Predacons were, I think that like these were more I think the Maximals and Predacons were just animal versions of our classic Autobots.
Okay.
Because so Optimus Primal was like, he kind of looked like a bat. Then there was Rat Trap, which kind of has the look of Ratchet. let's see, Cheetor, Razor Beast, Dinobot, and then the Predacons. It's Megatron, Tarantulas, Iguanus, Waspinator, and Terrorsaur. Which Terrorsaur looks like Starscream. So I think these are just like animal versions of like our favorite Transformers.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so they have like a bunch of different versions. I'm trying to see if there's like... Yeah, they had like a bunch. Like they had some from McDonald's. Let's see, how long did this even go? So the Beast Wars line ended in 2001.
Huh. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, at least according to this. Like, just trying to see if there's any others. Doesn't look like. Yeah, so Optimus Primal has switched around a lot. Like, he originally looked like a bat, and then they like his most recent change in 01. Nope, that's not true. In 98, he started looking more like a gorilla.
Interesting.
He shoots missiles out of his butt.
The fuck? Okay.
That's funny.
Alright.
Yeah, so it looks like there is a precedent, but it's more they're following a toy line, not really anything in the show. The show was just straight up Transformers, Autobots versus Decepticons. So Beast Wars is where these guys come from.
Got it.
So it's its own thing.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Which I kind of actually really like.
I'm just on it. I guess I'm just basic when it comes to the Transformers franchise. All I wanted to see is just Autobots versus Decepticons.
You know what? Fair enough. I can respect that, but I really like seeing like some of the new stuff that they are able to throw in. Like, if
That's
anything at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, starting off with story, like, what are you thinking? Like, any story notes that you're dislike? Or
there was one that, like, I'm just like, oh my god, I rolled my eyes at, and it was at the end, because, you know, Optimus Prime does his classic speech, you know, like Optimus Prime always does. That's how you end a Transformers movie, is with Optimus Prime giving a monologue. But then they had to throw in a freaking
Noah's dialogue, dude.
Yeah, he got a freaking what do we call it? A monologue. And I was like, no. Human characters in this franchise do not get monologues. The only people that get monologues are Optimus Prime. That's it. Maybe,
dude. Not even that. If you let's just say you do get a monologue, you don't get one after freaking Optimus Prime.
Yeah. No, Optimus Prime should be the last one.
Optimus Prime is never and will never be a freaking opener.
Exactly. That's a slap in the face to Peter Cullen if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, dude. Like, when I heard him say, like, when he's like, "I'm Noah Diaz."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm Noah Diaz." Dude, what the? No, Optimus Prime just finished speaking. You shut the hell up.
It's like, nope, we're not going to go that direction. We're just going to start rolling the credits now? Okay. Oh my god. So I did not like that. I really didn't like the freaking brother relationship. His little brother was freaking annoying, in my opinion. Like, when he's telling, oh my god, what the hell is, the, like, new Transformer in this one? That's voiced by
Mirage.
Pete Davidson. Mirage. He's like scolding and being like, "No, you got to take care of my brother. I'm not going to be there. If I swear, if like I find out that anything happened to my brother, I'm going to kick your ass, robot." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah. You're going to kick a Transformer's ass. Yeah, okay, kid."
Dude, I know. I felt like an asshole, but I couldn't help but think, I'm like, you can barely play video games without hurting your hand, dude.
Oh,
Which,
shit.
like I said, I felt like a total asshole after thinking that, but
oh, dude, that's funny. Yeah, just like I will admit that like the human characters are like a little better than like some of the ones that we've gotten in previous Transformers movies, but not by that much. Like I still like the ones in the first one and Bumblebee way more than the ones in this one.
yeah, I can definitely give you that. Gosh, I mean, Transformers movies, like, I'll say this. I got out of this movie what I wanted to when it came to Transformers. I didn't come in here for like
I wanted
an
more
amazing,
fighting.
more. You want more?
Yeah, I wanted more, honestly.
I'll give you that. I think there was a lot of slow moments, but I like Noah, but I think the real focus should have been on Elena. I really liked Elena.
I agree. Yeah, I really liked her character. Yeah, I feel like she deserved it, especially all that she went through with helping the freaking Transformers with decoding the passcode and everything. Just she deserved the spotlight over Noah, in my opinion. I feel she contributed way more than he did.
Ridiculously more, dude. Like, I don't know how you would have like naturally incorporated them both, but I really liked Elena. Like I thought
As
she
did
was
I.
fun.
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
I loved her, like her just sly comments that she'd make like randomly. I'll say this: her and Noah's chemistry was fantastic.
Yes, yeah.
Like when they were just kind of like riffing off each other, and
yeah, I mean, it was very sweet when they're first flying to Peru, and he's like comforting her because it's her first time flying. Or it's not only her first time flying; it's her first time leaving New York. And just he's being like, "Oh, hey, you talked about your granddad. Like tell me more about it." Just I really appreciated the way that he was trying to comfort her. That was really sweet.
yeah, like really dug that. So I mean, like you said, I cared about these human characters about as much as I did about like Sam Witwicky in the first. Like I think
I still cared about him a little more.
That's fair. I mean, we did get a little bit more time with him, but
True.
I liked, even after rewatching him, I liked Noah and Elena more than I did Sam and Michaela.
Yeah, see, I'm sorry, I'm the complete opposite. I still like Sam and Michaela more.
Fair. It's a close call. It is a ridiculously close call for me.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. It's a close call for me as well.
Yeah. So I mean, the story overall, like it wasn't half bad.
It wasn't for a Transformers movie. It's actually pretty decent. It's
I mean,
decent.
It made sense. Like Elena did something to reveal or just expose this this instrument or this tool that the Transformers could have used to get back to Cybertron. Of course, they're like ready to jump on it.
Yeah.
So Optimus Prime calls everyone to meet up. Like you get an introduction to these new Autobots and some like old friends with when it comes to Bumblebee, and like I dug all that. Like I thought that worked really well. The motivations were there. I would love to know where this isn't in the Michael Bay universe, right? Like, is Bumblebee its own thing, or is it part of these movies?
I honestly have no idea, dude. When it comes to the preludes, or no, wow, the prequels to the Bay Transformers movies, I have no idea if they're like actually like canon, and if that's like they actually are setting up those movies, because I don't know. I don't think this one does, because as far as I know, I think Bumblebee is, but this one is not, because as far as I know, the first time that Optimus Prime comes to Earth is not until after Bumblebee scopes out Earth, and then all of the Autobots come in 2007. That's the only.
But
yeah,
it seems like they've been there forever.
Yeah, so this one I don't think is canon, at least in that universe, but I think Bumblebee is.
Okay. I'll say this. I enjoy this new universe way more than I like the Michael Bay universe.
If I'm just looking at the first one, I definitely enjoy the Michael Bay version more. Can I just pretend that the first one and Bumblebee are the only movies that exist?
That might be a tough one to pull off, but up to you, I guess.
I'm just gonna go with that. Let's go with it.
Yeah, I like all of these movies. I'll say this, and this is just just to make sure like everyone else understands. I put all these movies basically on the exact same level with each other.
Damn.
So
okay, I wouldn't.
Okay, so no, that's not true.
Like
that's
more
not true.
than
Some of them were like absolute shit. So I'll say the first one, Bumblebee, and this one probably on the same level. 2, 3, 4, and 5 are bottom of the freaking barrel for me.
I would actually put the first and Bumblebee above this movie. Like, not a decent amount, but like, this one's on its own pedestal, and then Bumblebee and Transformers are definitely above it.
Yeah, it's close. It's a real close call. So, where are you sitting with the story?
Like for the most part, I enjoyed it. I will admit I did doze off a couple times, but I think that's just because I had a long ass work week.
Nope, that is not.
Oh, it's not.
I damn near dozed off too.
I'm like, really? Okay, so
there was
I'm not going to blame my job then.
Yeah, there was a point where I'm like kind of like slipping, like nodding, and it was because of the freaking bullshit with Noah. I was just like, can we just freaking Transformer already?
That's what we came here to do. It's in the title of the movie.
Yeah, like freaking taking forever, man.
So I don't know. Story wise, I'd probably go with 70.
Ugh. I might be a tad lower than you.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, it didn't even crack that. Like none of the none of the Transformer movies would crack 70 for me.
We're gonna go back here because the first one to me cracks like a 75. Bumblebee is like an 80 or 85. So, okay, I'm gonna change my answer. 65. Final answer.
All right, I'm not quite that low then. I'm like at 68.
All right.
All right, next up we got writing. It was
not
average as average can
story.
be.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
But I'm giving freaking bonus points for whoever helped write Optimus Prime, dude. He had some kick-ass lines in this.
I can definitely agree with you on that one. And from the behind the scenes that I've seen, you can definitely tell that this is like one of the times that Peter Cullen had the most fun voicing Optimus Prime when it comes to these live action movies. So that makes me very happy. Because that man deserves everything, and the unfortunate day that he passes, they better not put Optimus Prime in anything, because nobody else can voice Optimus Prime.
I won't freaking watch anything else with if Optimus Prime is in it. If Peter Cullen is gone.
Agreed.
But, bro, he had some freaking killer lines.
He definitely did.
My all-time favorite is when they were hauling ass, like running away from Scourge, and he stops like mid-chase and like freaking flips a Yui, does his Transformer thing and stops, and everyone's like, Optimus, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm going to take his half of the key, and then I'm taking his head. And I'm like, yes!
So good.
Oh my gosh, dude! That scene where he like throws up his mask, or his face guard in the trailer, easily my favorite part. And when I noticed that part was came with the freaking the most badass line I've ever heard come out of Optimus Prime's mouth. Like I was beyond the moon. I was just like, kick his ass. That was my favorite. And then freaking Bumblebee, like when he he woke up and jumped out of the plane. I was freaking psyched, dude. This movie did so good at just like hyping you up.
Dude, freaking them blasting Don't Call It a Comeback was so canny, but I loved it.
Dude, it was, but it worked for freaking Bumblebee.
It really did. Yeah, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Dude, I freaking loved that. But yeah, I mean, where you get like these freaking badass lines, on the other hand, you get some real shitty ones too. Like Noah's brother, his freaking dialogue at like trying to like motivate him, like you always push me to do my best. Now it's my turn to do it for you. Shut up, kid. Like he's already doing it. Like dude, your job is done.
Yeah. Just shut the hell up, please.
It was a little campy and overdone, and
yeah, very much so.
I did not like it as much as I think they were intending.
Yeah, same here.
I will say this: I really like Mirage.
Yeah, I thought Pete Davidson was going to get annoying as a Transformer, but he actually did not. The writing was... So, when it comes to, like, with this franchise, I feel like they always set out to have, like, a comedic Transformer, but they always end up being super annoying.
Yep.
Looking at you, Skids and Mudflap in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen.
Yep.
Don't get me started on those characters. Oh, my God.
So who else? Dude, like, literally, freaking Jazz from the first one. Like, there's always one.
Dude, freaking... You have no idea how happy it makes me, and I know I shouldn't be this way with the Autobots, when freaking Megatron grabs him in the first one, and Jazz is just like, do you want a piece of me? He's just like, no, I want two, and rips him in half. I'm like, thank you, Megatron, thank you.
Dude, outside of Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, Jazz was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, dude, so when he got ripped, I'm like, ah.
I was happy. Dude,
yeah.
Freaking... There is some Autobot deaths in this franchise, just really quickly, that I'm just like, you should have freaking... It should have been touched upon it more. Freaking when Ironhide dies in the third one, no one acknowledges it. I'm just like, okay, so one of the OG Autobots just died by Sentinel Prime, and y'all are just going to brush over it. Okay. Alright, that's fine. That's cool.
Dude, that was one of the other ones that I really liked. Like
I loved
my
Ironhide.
favorite. I really liked Jazz, and then he got ripped in half. Then I liked Ironhide. Then he kicked the bucket, and I was like, okay, like I guess I really like Ratchet too. And then he freaking gets the shit kicked out of him in Age of Extinction. I'm like, God damn it!
Seriously, they're just like, oh well, we got to bring in all these new Autobots, so we got to kill the OGs from the first movie. No, you don't. You don't have to kill them.
Yeah, you can just send them away somewhere. Like, I freaking hate when they do that, dude. It freaking pisses me off.
Yeah, I was telling Caleb that when we were watching these movies to lead up to this one, Barricade, the police car from the first one of my favorite Decepticons, freaking love him. It is very clear that he dies in the third one. Barricade dies. And then all of a sudden, I watched the last night. Damn. I watched the last night, and lo and behold, Barricade's back. I'm like, how the hell is that happening? I look up. Apparently, Michael Bay was just like, oh yeah, Barricade's going to come back in every other movie. Oh, okay, so we just making up rules now. Okay, that's cool. I mean, if it's Michael Bay, I'm not really surprised.
Yeah, he doesn't have a knack for storytelling.
He doesn't, and just the fact that freaking literally every single Decepticon in the first movie dies in the first one. I get it, they're the Decepticons, they're the bad guys, but the fact that only Megatron dies. The fact that only Starscream and Barricade survive out of all of the Decepticons is freaking bullshit. I hate that they killed Blackout so much. He was one of the coolest Decepticons. I'm still irritated that they killed him off. Bone Crusher, though. I will never let go that they killed Bone Crusher even before they did the final fight. Like, don't get me wrong, the battle between him and Optimus was so badass, and him skating on the freeway was so bitchin'. But no, they did my boy Bone Crusher dirty.
Oh.
But anyway, getting back to this one.
Yeah. What did you think of the of like Scourge and all those other guys?
They were all right. Like decent. Like honestly, they're some of the better bad guys that have come out of this franchise. If we're like not looking at like Megatron, Starscream, those like OG bad guy Decepticons. So they weren't bad. But they were kind of a little forgettable for me. Like Scourge looked really cool, but to me he wasn't like super intimidating. I mean, he was, but I'm sorry to compare him to. He was definitely no Megatron when it comes to like the bad guy leader.
Right. And then it was kind of the same with Omnicron.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he made like a decent villain, I guess. Like he kind of had like a Galactus vibe about him.
Dude, that's what I thought at first. I'm like, okay, we just like straight up ripping off Marvel here?
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't know the Transformers franchise, so I didn't know that that's how it goes. So
yeah, I was kind of hoping that they were going to end up killing Omnicron.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
Yeah, like that's what I thought would have happened. Like
maybe
I thought
they're saving that for the sequel.
What I thought they were going to do was, like obviously they were going to destroy the portal so everything gets sucked back into it. But I thought that they were going to set the key to detonate, and so like have Omnicron like suck it in, and then have like a portal open within Omnicron, and then it like just gets kind of sucked into himself. Like that's kind of what I thought was going to happen, but
that would have made sense to me. But lo and behold, that did not happen.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Like it definitely feels like they're holding on to him as a villain.
Yeah, that is very true.
So I mean, hopefully we get to see that later down the line. But like like I said, it felt like he should have died too.
Yes, I can definitely agree with that.
Like I said, the writing is like as average can get. Like I don't even know if it'd be like in the 75 range for me. The dialogue alone, I'd probably be in like the low 70s, but I'm given a couple bonus points for Optimus Prime being a complete badass.
Fair enough.
And then I'll also give another bonus point for Pete Davidson. Like the delivery on his lines were pretty great. Like I think him being a good Transformer was one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that one.
So I'm probably going to set like a 73, like in total.
I'll match it on that one, actually.
All right, next up we got acting. So going through the list real quick, we have Anthony Ramos, who played Noah Diaz, Dominique Fishback, who played Elena Wallace. We have... Dude, where the hell are all the freaking... Okay, here we go. They put all the voices at the end.
The hell?
Yeah, what kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah, seriously, that's some straight up bullshit.
All right, let's see. So we got Peter Cullen, who voices Optimus Prime. Ron Perlman, who voices Optimus Primal.
Oh.
Peter Dinklage, who voices Scourge. Michelle Yao, who voices Air Razor. Pete Davidson, who voices Mirage. Liza Koshy, who voices RC. John DiMaggio.
No shit, that was Liza?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wow.
For those of you that don't know, she is from...
The Days of Vine. That's how I would describe her.
The Days of Vine?
Wasn't she? Yeah, wasn't she in a lot of Vines?
Oh, shit! I thought this was someone else. Yeah.
Yeah. Who'd you think it was?
Not her.
Oh.
Okay, that's wild. Yeah, that's super wild. Okay. Yeah, so she voiced RC. John DiMaggio played Transit and Stratosphere. David Sobolov played Rhinox, Battletrap, and Apeling. Michaela J. Rodriguez, who played Nightbird. Coleman Domingo voiced Unicron. Cristo Fernandez voiced Wheeljack. And Tongei Chirisa played Cheetor.
Alright.
Yeah, so what's your top 3 looking like?
Number 3, I'll give to Ron Perlman, Optimus Primal. I honestly actually didn't even know that was his voice. But, I mean, that just proves he did a really good job voicing him. So, I really enjoyed his performance. Number 2, I'll give it to Pete Davidson, played Mirage. I honestly was ready to just be so freaking annoyed by his character and how he voiced him, but actually, like, I enjoyed what he did with this character. Had a good time with him. But number one, I definitely got to get to Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime. Guy always blows it out of the water whenever he voices Optimus Prime. That's why he's the GOAT, and I freaking love him. So,
dude, honestly, same here. Like, I can't disagree with you. That's my top 3 too.
hell yeah,
exactly the same reason. Like, I was thinking maybe throwing in Scourge as like a number 3, but I think Pete Davidson was definitely like the biggest surprise.
Yes, agreed.
So, yeah, and then, yeah, you can't freaking beat Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, especially with the freaking lines that they gave him, dude. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
Like, the lines that he had in this were just off the hook.
Seriously.
Like, I was going freaking nuts. Like, I want to see if there were any, any quotes that some people have, like, written down. Oh, so here's one that I forgot. When Unicron was trying to ask Optimus not to destroy his the portal or whatever, and he's like, "Don't, Prime, I can give you everything you want." And then Optimus Prime's like, "Then die." I'm like, oh shit.
Yes.
Like,
so good.
Like, that line was chef's kiss, dude.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. So great. So great.
Let's see. There, like, he had some funny ones too that were fun. Like when Bumblebee was using the radio to talk, and he's just like, "I don't want you going to that drive-in theater anymore."
So good. Oh my god. This was probably like one of the best adaptations of Bumblebee speaking through the radio throughout the whole franchise. So good.
I love Bumblebee talking through the radio, dude.
Same here. It's, so much fun. I love it.
It's a blast. I like when one scene that I thought could have easily been like over the top and just like overdone is when Mirage, like when they meet Optimus Primal, and Mirage comes out and he's just like trying to like threaten Primal, and he's like, "Stay away," and they like Cheetor comes and like attacks him and like is like on top of him, and he's like, stranger danger. I thought that was a great freaking scene.
Yeah, dude, that was really good.
So yeah, I freaking love that stuff. So, all right, where are you sitting for acting?
Just because Peter Cullen, like, he really brings this above, and so does Pete Davidson. So even though like I'd say a solid 80. As I'm sitting out.
Yeah, I'm a few points higher. I'm sitting at an 83.
All right, fair enough.
All right, next up we got character development.
Assuming we're doing Noah.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe it's just because I just didn't give a shit about the character. Not the greatest character development to me. I get it. He's a struggling son that's trying to help his mom. He's trying to help his brother. And he gets this opportunity, takes it, to help the Autobots and everything. And you see him struggling throughout, with, if this is the right call, yada, 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 honestly. And then at the end, of course, everything works out for him. His family will be taken care of if he joins the G.I. Joe.
Oh my hell.
God. The G.I. Joe League, or whatever the hell it's called.
I think they just call themselves the Joes.
God, that's even worse.
I know. Well,
I know it's how it is in the show.
yeah, I was gonna
but
say I
come
don't
on.
know if it is. Like,
I thought it was.
I'm gonna look real quick because I feel like that's not right. I'll be real. I always thought G.I. Joe was like a person.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about the character development. Just, I don't know. I wasn't very, what's the word? I wasn't really that interested with Noah from the very beginning, and so while his character development isn't horrible throughout the whole movie, like I guess it's interesting to see where he ends up towards the end of the movie. It didn't really do it for me that much. So that's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. It's hard to like figure out where he sits because it's like this was one. It just there was no growth in character.
Yes.
He's very like stationary, stale. Like he's the same person from beginning to end. Like,
yep.
He's someone that's just constantly trying to take care of his family, and it just kind of never goes from there. It's kind of the same situation that like they said, like Optimus Prime is like in the same boat. Like he's so focused on protecting his family that he'll do whatever it takes, like no matter what the consequences may be. And obviously they had some change of heart, so I mean there was some growth, but not anything super significant.
Yep.
So I mean with that I would be maybe around a 74, maybe.
I can give you that.
All right, next up we got effects.
I would say for the most part, the Transformers looked pretty good. I do feel that in previous installments they might have looked a little better, and maybe it's just because I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but Optimus Prime's like I appreciate the fan service that Optimus Prime his truck actually looks like how it looks in the TV show and everything. But for some reason, maybe to me, when he transforms into it, it doesn't look as good CGI wise to me as he does in like the first movie or the second movie when he's just like a big Mack truck that is transforming. Like he still has like the colors, but he's a Mack truck in those movies. Whereas in this one, it's definitely fan service wanting him to look like he originally does in the show. But I don't know what it is, but for some reason, like the CGI does not look the greatest to me on how Optimus looks when he fully transforms.
Ooh, we may be in disagreement there because I prefer how he looks in this over how he does in the Michael Bay version.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
so,
and
we are
this
completely
was
different.
Yeah, so I rewatched all of the Transformers after I got out of Rise of the Beasts, other than the last night. But
yes,
all the other ones, like he looked cool. Like don't get me wrong, but I'm a sucker for simplicity, and so the more simplistic design of Optimus worked really well for the character. At least in my opinion, like I liked how it worked a little bit, and yes, it was very fan service, and I'll say this: I do think that the faces of the Autobots were better in the Michael Bay version than this one, but I do prefer like the overall look. Like, I just don't like how the face moves. And so that's why I'm, like, super happy when he throws up his little face plate. Because I'm like, all right, let's freaking go.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, maybe it's just because my first introduction to Optimus Prime was in the first movie, and so that's how Optimus Prime should look to me. So maybe that's why I don't love how he looks in this one.
Well, that was the first introduction for me, too, for Transformers.
So I guess we're just different of how we feel about the designs then.
Yeah, like I do have like a nostalgic view of that version of Optimus, and I think he looks super cool, like in everything.
Yeah,
but it's just something I prefer the like more simplistic design.
No, dude,
That's why I
like. I completely get it.
What they did with Bumblebee, like kind of dumbed him down a little bit.
I don't know, Bumblebee still looks like Bumblebee to me, which is a good thing. It's I don't know, he still looks like classic B to me.
Yeah, I felt like they changed him up just like a little bit, but yeah, I like what they did.
If there is one effect that I have to really complain about, though, it is that frickin' Transformer Iron Man suit that
oh my hell.
Noah gets. Dude, that might go down as like the worst CGI that I've seen so far this year, or this year in general.
That was rough.
So bad.
Like, typically, at least, so when it came to like Spider-Man or like Banner being in the Hulkbuster, like those scenes that like are obviously bad, it kind of takes me a second to like notice it.
Fair.
Like it took me a few views before I was just like, yeah, something doesn't look right about those. But this was very like, that looks like shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it was so immediate. Like as soon as he was like throwing on the mask, I'm just like, oh.
It's like, oh God.
Yeah, what is happening to your face, dude? And yeah, like it didn't help. Like once he threw over like the little glass part, I'm just like, dude, what the hell?
It's even worse.
It's even worse. I kind of no, never mind. I was gonna say like when I looked up the '89 G.I. Joe show, they have a picture of Cobra Commander in the back, and he kind of has like a similar vibe to how Noah's suit looked, and I'm like, dude, is Cobra Commander going to steal Noah's suit?
Oh God.
But I don't think that's going to happen. But
okay,
it was not good, not good at all.
It was not.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that. That was that was really bad. Everything else, though, like, okay, it wasn't great CGI, but it was consistent, and I appreciate that.
I would definitely agree with you on that one.
Yeah, so, I mean, what are you thinking with effects?
Just because that suit, like, brings me down a decent amount. I'm at, like, a 75.
Oh, damn. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can forgive the suit a little bit. So I'm around maybe an 82.
Okay, damn, yeah, you're way higher than I am.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand your score completely. All right, next up we got music.
I mean, nothing really jaw-dropping, like nothing really stood out or anything.
Yeah, the only thing that like really stood out for me was when they started playing the Michael Bay theme.
Yes. I mean, I guess like when Bumblebee's jumping out of the plane, the "Don't Call It a Comeback," that was cool. But yeah, other than that, like, definitely nothing special.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I'm around a 7 with this one.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like, I could maybe have gone up to an 8 for the Don't Call to Come Back one, but I think that stopped, like, really quick.
It did, yeah. Didn't it, like, completely stop once he landed?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, like, you cut it off at the good part.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
So, like, I feel like they just could have kept the vibe going a little bit, and I think I probably would have been more inclined to give it an 8 immediately, but
Yeah,
I'm around
fair enough.
a 7 with that one.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got costumes or personal score. Or not personal.
I was like, wait, what?
Or character design. That's the word I was thinking of.
Overall, even though like I said, I don't love the look of how Optimus Prime looks in this movie. I will say that I appreciate that they're making him look like the comics, or not the comics, like the original series. I like, honestly, I really do appreciate that. For the most part, I loved how the Autobots looked. Bumblebee, looked as great as always. RC, oh my god, I already forgot his name. Mirage, thank you. Like, the Autobots looked pretty damn good. The Decepticons, not Decepticons, damn it, sorry. Freaking Scourge and his people. Like, yeah, they're like most of them were just generic, like gray and black. Some had a little color in them, but mostly were just gray and black, which honestly I wasn't surprised and I wasn't even mad about, because when it comes to the Transformers franchise, most of the bad guys that's usually their color scheme, so it made complete sense. The freaking Optimus Primal and his teammates looked really good. Yeah, honestly, like, overall, I think the designs were really, really good for all of them.
Yeah, they weren't half bad. So where are you sitting with them?
I'm honestly probably at like an 8, but I could be talked up to a 9.
I'm leaning more towards 9, and that's just because of the Autobots.
Done deal.
I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, like,
What?
I'm arguing with myself. Anyway, what I was debating was dropping my costume score to an 8, and it's because of, like, just the other outfits, because I mean the Autobots aren't too prominent in this, so it's mainly the human characters, and like, yes, the Transformers look good, but it's just, how big of a focus are they really?
That's a very good point.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to drop down to an 8.
All right.
All right, last up we got our own personal score, so what you thinking?
Honestly, overall, this is a pretty decent Transformers movie. It ranks in, I'd say, my top 3 of the franchise. Definitely is a number 3, but that's not a bad thing, considering how the others have been. This is definitely not the best franchise, but it does seem that it's starting to see some light. Not only with this movie, but before it with Bumblebee. And and that does make me happy. If they do decide to go the direction that they're going with, it seems, like with not only Transformers but with G.I. Joe, I don't know if I'm that excited for it. But I guess we'll see. But I mean, I'm always down to see just robots beat the shit out of each other. That's what you come to these movies for, and this movie definitely delivers with that. But the human characters, while not the worst in this franchise, they're definitely not the best in my opinion. But the story with the Autobots and what needs to happen for them to return to Cybertron, and everything else with Optimus Primal and his teammates, and just all of that with Surge, it's not bad. It's a decent Transformer story, and it's definitely one of the better ones that we've gotten in recent memory. So overall, I did have a good time. It's definitely not my favorite Transformers movie, but it is definitely not the worst. So I'm gonna give it a. Honestly, I'm gonna go a solid. I'll go a 72.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good time with this movie too. It's Transformer movies just they just don't do it for me. At least
Same.
Not like they used to. And that doesn't mean it's a bad movie or anything. It's just not what gets me going. I'd rather go to a movie that makes me think, or just kind of more or less gives me something bigger than just robots fighting. Like, it's kind of the same situation I have with the Fast and Furious movies. They're okay if I watch them for the most part, but I'm going to be very judgmental because they're stupid stories. So it's real tough. It's a real weird relationship that I have, but like I said, I had more fun with this than I have with other Transformers movies since forever. I mean, Bumblebee's being the exception, but I haven't had a time like this since the first one. Again, not counting Bumblebee. So I might be a little bit lower than you. I'm probably going to give it a 69 for my personal score.
Really? Damn,
yeah,
man.
I mean, it was all right.
Blow me out of the water. I'm thinking that
me.
I'm being harsh. No, it didn't do it for me either, man. And I thought I was being harsh here.
Nope, that you were not.
Damn. All right.
All right, well, that wraps up this week's breakdown. So going through the categories real quick, starting off with story, we have a 66.5. Writing was up a little bit, sitting at a 73. Acting was was higher than that, sitting at an 81.5, and I think that's our highest category is the acting. Character development took a bit of a dive, slightly above writing, sitting at a 74. The effects are sitting at a 78.5. The music is sitting at a 7. Costumes sitting at an 8. And then our personal score ended up averaging out to a 70.5. So with that, the final Allbros letter grade for Transformers Rise of the Beasts has come out to a... C+.
Okay.
Yeah, that not bad. Ooh, it barely made a C+, though.
Damn, I was hoping for a C.
It was 0.12 above our C+ cutoff.
Wow, damn.
So it ended up getting a 76.12.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean it's close. It's real freaking close.
No kidding, damn.
Yeah, so like we said, it's got a C+. So Let's compare this to other C+ movies. Oh, damn. I'm going to have to pull up the C movies.
Oh, shit. Don't have a lot of C pluses?
No, it's the bottom of our C pluses.
That's funny.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, so Transformers Rise of the Beast is sitting at a 76.125, which puts it at the bottom of our C+ category. So that puts it below Stone Cold, which is at a 76.5. It is below Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank, which is at a 76.68. It is below Cocaine Bear, which is at a 76.75.
Wow.
It is also below Unhinged, which is at a 76.87. And then finally it is below The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, which is at a 76.91.
Damn.
Yeah, real freaking close margins. Going the opposite direction, it puts it above My Spy, which is at a 75.87. It is above the 2022 Cheaper by the Dozen, which is at a 75.56. It is above The Addams Family, which is at a 75.45. It is also above Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is at a 75.33. And then finally, it is above Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, which is at a 75.31.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually disagree with that because I enjoyed that one more than this.
Well, apparently not.
Apparently that's some bullshit.
I actually dig where this is at.
Alright, fair enough.
So, yeah.
Alright, well, unless you've got anything you want else to add, Caleb?
Nope.
Okay, well then, I would say that concludes this episode. If you like what you heard and you want to hear more, be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are damn near everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Or you can catch our episodes on YouTube if that is your preferred listening platform. If you want to follow us on social media, DM us with an episode idea or answer our question of the week, or give us a movie recommendation you want us to do a mini breakdown of, you can do so. We got Facebook for facebook.com/The Allbros, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Allbros. Or if you would prefer and it's just easier for you, you can email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com. You can check out our website at tinyurl.com/theallbros, or you can go check out our merch store, which is at tpublic.com/user/theallbroschannel. Next week on the podcast, we'll be breaking down The Flash, so that's going to be exciting. Definitely excited to see this movie.
Oh, yeah.
But until then, this has been the Allbros Podcast. I am Jonathan.
And I'm Caleb.
And we'll see you guys next week. So long.
Deuces.